What's going on? Welcome to Hustle Every Day. I'm Daniel, that's Cooper, and today we are talking about what has got to be the absolute cheapest lift table cart in the world. I kid you not. I paid under $60 for this thing. I'm going to tell you how I did it. And before we get going, this is not an affiliated deal. I am not being sponsored by this company. This is just how I got a 500-pound lift cart for under $60. I'm sure you can do it too. And we're going to talk a little bit about it, talk a little bit about what these things are good for, and hopefully you guys can get a deal of your own and stop spending too much money at some of these local stores that are probably getting the exact same thing from the exact same places.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next?
Alright, so for those of you that don't know what a lift table is, quick explanation. You have a foot pedal here that controls a bottle jack that's underneath here. You have a hand lever right here, much like a brake lever on a bike or something like that. And essentially, you can push your lever down, your foot lever here, and raise this up to almost 30 inches high. Now, for those of you that can't visualize how tall 30 inches is, let me show you. Because when you realize how tall 30 inches is, you'll realize how much you could do with a table like this. So while we're raising this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I use it for. I've used this thing for removing my transmission, removing my gas tank on my truck. I actually have pretty big, pretty heavy tires. And I have used it to put underneath my tires so that when my truck is lifted, I can put this underneath the tire, pull the tire off, lay it down on the table, and then pull it back. I used it for changing my oil. I was able to put the oil fill pan on top of here and then raise it up to right underneath where the oil comes out so that we're not playing that game of trying to line it up and figure out exactly where the oil is going to shoot out, and you get half of it in your pan, half of it on the ground. I raised this all the way up so that when the oil came out, the pan was right underneath it. But look, I think there's even a little bit more. Nope. Okay, we're maxed out. So take a look at this thing. That is a lot of height. Okay, I'm going to stand up next to it. I'm 5'11", so just to give you an idea of how much height that is, that's going to be far higher than your average gas tank that you're pulling off, your average transmission. But also it's great for things like landscaping jobs. I personally do own a landscaping business, and I have taken this thing with me to pick up pavers and rocks and stones. I'll actually take it into the store and just put everything on here, and then when I take it out to my truck, I raise it up and it is level or pretty close, a lot higher than it would be if it was like in a cart or something and I had to reach over, and I can just move them straight from here onto my truck. And then also the same goes for when I get to my job. I raise this up to the tailgate of my truck, and then I can take the pavers straight off and put them on top of here. So again, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with a table like this, and for under $60, this is an absolute steal. You see, these things, they range anywhere from $200 to $279. I'll put a picture up here of one from Harbor Freight. That's $249. Here's one from Lowe's. That's $180. Here's one from Home Depot. That's $279. And I guarantee you they are all identical to this. You know how I know? Because I've gone and I've looked at these tables many times, and these are exact. In fact, the bottle jack that's on this one is quite a bit bigger than the bottle jack that you get on the ones from the big box stores like Lowe's or Home Depot or even Harbor Freight, as much as I love Harbor Freight. Now, I know I haven't told you where I got this from yet. I want to keep you in suspense for just a moment and show you a couple other cool features on this. It does have a rubber mat on top. It also has some pretty decent sized wheels, but more so these wheels lock. So that's really nice because I have actually used this to stand on. I was painting the front of a house, and I wanted to get a certain height, and I wanted to be able to move around a little bit easier than using a ladder. And I just rolled this out, lifted it up, locked the wheels, and I stood on it and painted the house, hopped down, pushed it down the way, and hopped back up on the table. Now, I know that's really not what it's meant to be used for, but that just goes to show that there are so many uses for something like this, especially being under $60. And I'm sure that I'm forgetting or not thinking about 1,000 other uses that this thing could be used for. So, with all that said, I got this from Temu. Yeah, it's Temu. So I know there's a lot of bad rap about Temu, and again, I am not affiliated with Temu, not sponsored by them. I'm not even going to put a link down below for this product, because you guys can get on Temu and you can type in like high lift card or lift card or hydraulic table, and you're going to be able to find it and pretty much do the same thing that you could do if you clicked on a link or something. And I really don't care that much about Temu, but about making money on Temu, that's not really a big deal for me. My channel's goal is just to help people find really good deals and help people learn about products that can help make their life a little bit easier. So if you hit that subscribe button, that would help me out a lot. Maybe hit that like button, that would be absolutely awesome. But as far as being affiliated with Temu, it's not happening. I'm not going to do it because there is some stuff that isn't really all that great, but takes me back to what I'm saying. You really kind of get what you pay for on Temu, and if you pay a little bit more for something, you're going to get a little bit more. A lot of people review the little junk, $5, $10, $15 things, and they half-ass try it and then throw it down. This actually was not $60. This was, I think, $120 or something like that. But the way I got it for $60 is by using a coupon that they send out to me all the time. It's $120 off of $300. Now I want you to think about that. $120 off of $300. That takes either one item that was $300 or a couple items that add up to $300 down to $180. Now imagine if your favorite big box retailer was running $120 off of $300. We'd all be freaking out and running out to the store, because that's a hell of a deal. I mean, that's not far from 50% off of a $300 item. So normally what I do is I'll find a couple of items that range around $120, $130. I'll put both of them in the cart. I also got a high lift creeper for my truck, so I can actually hang over the engine. Together, along with a couple other small things that came up to $300, I used the $120 off coupon, and I paid $180. I got a high lift creeper. Those are like $300. I got this table. These range anywhere from $200 to $300. And again, I got a couple of other small things for $180. And their stuff is not all that bad. Just look at what you're getting. Kind of read the fine print. Make sure that, something isn't mislabeled, or, they show a picture of one thing with something else in it when you're not actually getting that other item. So, just be careful. It is all there. Everything that you need to know about that item that you're looking at buying, I promise it is in the listing. You just have to read through. Look, check this out. This is some of the stuff. I'm scrolling through, looking at a couple of nice expensive items here. This stuff is pretty nice stuff for the price. And then when you take into account $120 off, you really can't beat it. And the thing is, most of this stuff comes from the local warehouse, so it gets to you in like 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4 days, but it's really quick. It's not sent from China. And yeah, there is $2.99 shipping, but if you spend over $30, that shipping is waived. So you're getting fast local shipping for super, super cheap. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a little bit closer look at this table. Look at the size of this jack, the spring, the safety mechanisms. Okay, the top of the table is as large as any of the lift tables you're going to see within the $300 and below price range. The way the foot pedal works, identical to what you're going to see on the more expensive lift tables at your big box stores. So listen, guys, I hate to say get on Temu and mess around, but get on Temu and just, I'm going to say it, get on Temu and mess around a little bit and just kind of hang tight, because they are sending out these coupons. They've sent them out to me at least 20 times now, and I've used them maybe 5 or 6 times. They just keep sending them out. And the other trick with it is, if you have certain things that you want, go ahead and add them to your cart, and then when they send you the coupon, they'll say what's in your cart is eligible already, because sometimes they'll send you like a certain page of things that you have to pick from, and it can be tough to find exactly what you want. But if you already have it in your cart, then you can get that discount off those items. So guys, once again, here it is. It came pre-built. Oh, do you want to see it work? Let's see. I'm 200 pounds, okay? So let's see how well it holds 200 pounds. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's load this thing up. I've got my DJI Power 1000. I think probably weighs 50 pounds. I'm 200. Okay, let's lift it. Probably isn't the best way to do it, but hey, it's working, right? So I'm lifting, so there's probably 250 pounds, and it's obviously holding that pretty easy. Let's load a couple more things on it. All right, so we've got 3 computer desks in their box. They weigh 30 pounds apiece, 30, 60, 90. We've got this. It weighs, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds, something like that. So let's call this 130 pounds. Let's drop it down a little bit. Let's step on it. Oh, I should probably lock it. I'm rolling. Okay. So now we're probably at 330, something like that. I mean, this is just about as sturdy as it can be. I'm bouncing on this bad boy. So, do I think it'll lift the 500 pounds? Well, I know it will, because I have probably put over 500 pounds in pavers on this thing, but we'll just keep that a secret for warranty purposes. As you can see, 300 plus pounds, very easy, no problem at all. Here's what it looks like when it drops. You can stop at any level you want. Guys, this is an awesome deal. I mean, this is a really, really good deal. And I actually have a box over here, which is that high lift creeper. We'll be putting that together in the next video. Another phenomenal deal. But listen, don't pass up on some of these good deals because you see some of these other YouTubers talking crap about it. I don't know why they do. I don't know if they just think it's funny, but I have bought a lot of stuff off Temu, and the ratio of crap to pretty quality stuff has been very, very low. the ratio of quality stuff has been extremely high. I mean, I've bought all kinds of tools. I mean, it's pretty comparable to like Amazon or something like that. So guys, don't pass up the deals. Log on, mess around, add some things to your cart, watch the coupon come, and yeah, subscribe, hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. It's completely free. I will put a link down below to the DJI Power right here that I'm using to power my light. And I'll put a link down below to the camera in case you guys are interested. It's a really cool camera that I used to film with. And other than that, most importantly, keep hustling. Have an incredible day. Come back next time for my next video. I'd really appreciate it. And take care.